Welcome to the Wake Up with Jim and Saab podcast.
Hey!
This is a full
Malibag
episode.
What do we officially call it?
Jingle bells, mailbag.
All
sale.
the way.
Oo nga pala, yun pala dapat sasabihin ko. Dapat nga pala mailbag all the way.
What were you gonna say?
Mailbag smells.
Oh, wrong. I got that, strangely. Sorry. No coughing on
Before
this
the mailbag
podcast.
begins, we just want to say that last Thursday, was Cheats Day. Last Friday, we released our latest single called Machine Junior. It's on
I love it.
Spotify.
Emily pa lang.
So tweet us #Cheats Day. We're finishing up all the songs on our Ultra Milk EP.
Yeah, and if you enjoy the intro to this podcast, that's also up online. It's called Subdivision.
Yeah.
By Cheats. Okay. Game.
It's
a mailbag all the way episode. But before that,
jingle
mailbag.
bell, jingle bell, mailbag all the way.
Jingle bell. Smells. Labo.
Go.
Before we start with the Malibag, I just wanted to tell people what I've been up to this past week.
Uh-huh.
I've been obsessed being the new intern of Linya Linya. I've been going. It's my first time to actually.
So if you've gone to the website and purchased shirts and the experience was great,
That's
was because
probably
of Saab.
me.
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah. If you've gotten an email that's like super nice and sweet, that's me.
Go to www.linyalinya.ph.
Yeah.
Ano ba meron doon?
Basta it's gonna get better.
May new designs.
It's gonna keep getting better. Because
Kaya nga walang episode last week kasi medyo nagka-chaos with our website, which is now fixed. In the process of being fixed. Yun.
Yeah. But
Okay.
thanks for the experience, Jim. And
Promo code Jim and Saab.
Oh, Jim and Saab.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, the first mailbag
Hi.
comes from, let's see if she gave a fake name. No, she didn't. Do you want to give one?
Smell.
This is from Smell. Hi, Jim and Sab. My sister actually got me hooked on your podcast. Shout out to my sister from Texas. The past few weeks have been very difficult for me, and your podcast made my Mondays more bearable. Anyway, here's my thing that I wanted to ask you guys about. I have been in a relationship for almost 7 years. We have been through so many ups and downs, from fishball dates because we were broke students to buying shoes for anniversaries after getting that promotion. Until recently, we've been fighting a lot and we're on the rocks for about a couple of weeks. Around 4 weeks ago, I got a call from a company that offered me better pay and better opportunities. But it meant having to relocate. At this point, I was torn because I knew we were on the rocks, and relocating would definitely put a strain in our relationship. I asked my family and friends if this is an offer I should take, being careful not to mention anything about us. To cut the long story short, I was inclined to take the offer. Now, I had to talk to him about this move. We haven't been talking for about a week at this point because of a petty fight. When we did talk, we got into an even bigger argument that resulted to us breaking up. He broke up with me. At that point, I was so shaken up that I don't remember exactly what happened and what was said, that the only thing that I can remember is him breaking up with me. So I did what I never imagined I would do. I begged. I begged for him to stay, as in makaawa na kulang na lang lumuhod. But he said no. He said he wanted to find himself kasi hindi na niya kilala sarili niya. Nag-usap pa kami uli after that because I was in denial. I think 3 or more times pa and I kept asking the same question. Pwede pa ba nating ayusin to nang hindi naghihiwalay? And his answer never changed. At this point, I already had the contract in my hands pero hindi ko binibigay yung signed copy kasi umaasa pa akong magkakaayos kami. And I know it's dumb, but I did consider turning down the offer just so we can fix the relationship. It took the last time we saw each other for me to finally accept that we are not together anymore. I told him, okay, I get it, and this is the last you'll hear from me na. But this is what I don't understand. He would message me and say, kamusta ka? Or, I hope you're okay.
Douche.
And kailan ka aalis? Gusto mo ihatid kita? Sabihan mo pa rin ako saan ka nakatitira so I can come visit you.
Douche.
I never responded kasi pinanindigan ko yung sinabi kong, this is the last you'll hear from me. A few days after my ex sent me those messages, his mom texted me. She said, I hope you don't cut your communication with him.
What?
His
the
mom and I
fuck?
are close, and she treats me like her own daughter, but I don't exactly know how to respond to that. I'm also making the conscious effort to avoid talking to his family kasi I know he hasn't told them his side of the story. Despite everything that's happened, I still have the urge to want to protect him and how the important people in our lives view him. So I always answered everyone's questions in a very vague way, lalo na if they ask about why we broke up. My family and friends are saying na I should stop thinking about him and how they will look at him because it doesn't matter. But to me, it does. I just don't want him to be remembered like that. So I go as far as saying the breakup is mutual, even though it clearly wasn't. So I guess what I'm asking is this okay or am I doing too much for him?
Okay. Number one, when you break up with someone, you don't owe that person anything. Sorry. It doesn't matter what, and I respect you. I'm not saying that you're a fool. I'm not saying it's stupid. I'm just saying, of course, it's natural for you to feel that way. But once you break up with someone,
But
You-
she did not break up with him.
na yun nga, yun mas lalo na. The guy fucking broke up with you. He no longer has that privilege. Now you are
Of
there
being
to
friends.
No, not just of being friends, but he no longer has the privilege of you taking care of him, being concerned of how people perceive him, how your mom or whatever people view him. He automatically forfeits all of that. He forfeits getting your reply. He forfeits knowing if you're home safe.
Yeah.
He forfeits na wala siya. You don't owe him anything.
I completely agree. 100%. One, because you have to think of yourself. I'm so proud of you that you're able to not reply to him.
Yes.
Kasi after begging, and that's understandable. I think I've done that. I did that. I cried and I begged and I really, nung sinabi sa akin na ayoko na talaga, that's when parang it hit me nga na ayaw niya sa akin. So, what the heck am I doing? So, just the fact na hindi ka nag-reply sa kanya, don't falter by thinking na you're doing something wrong. Na you're not replying to his sweet messages. But I do say, I
do not
please,
falter. I don't falter for thinking that way.
don't falter.
Falter.
I'm telling her not to falter. Hindi na you, Jim, are giving her fault.
Fault. Okay.
So, pero I would say, reply to the mom. And sure, keep being vague. Again, you also don't owe her anything. Pero I think it's nice to reply.
Pero ako, kasi you have a great job opportunity. Okay? The guy broke up with you. You begged for him. He said no. Think now, kaya ako sinasabi you don't owe him anything. It's okay to be decent. It's okay to be it's okay to be the better person. What I'm just saying is, it's more important that you think about yourself during this time. That you are your own. That your priority is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun.
Just to backtrack, they've been together for almost 7 years. And on the rocks na sila for a couple of weeks. She didn't give any reason. We're only hearing her side.
Yeah, pero ang point ko is if the guy if we're gonna talk about what we can read, the guy broke up with you. Oh, sorry na, bye, tangina. But if you do wanna, so my advice na lang is, if you do want to get back together with him, if you still feel like you love him, he's not a cheating asshole, he doesn't hurt you, don't reply to him. You beg for him. Make him work for it. And I'm telling you, ang lalaki, once you stop replying, once you ignore them, dyan mababaliw yung mga
Do they
yan.
have to play these games?
It's not about playing games eh. Pero parang, bakit? Unless the guy says, hey, I really miss you. Can we get back together? Then reply.
Yeah.
Diba?
I get
Pero
it,
if,
I get it.
pwede ba kayo uwi?
Baka naman because he wants to ask her to get back together.
Di na. Make him, padiretsuin mo.
Yeah. So what's your bottom line?
Yun. You only, now, he broke up with you, he didn't want to be with you. Now, it's time to take care of yourself. And take solace in the fact that he is kinda...
Crawling back.
Yeah.
Ako, yeah, I agree.
Most people don't get that satisfaction. So
I agree.
enjoy it.
I love that you're able to not reply, that you can control that. Because it's not easy. And my advice would be, if you do reply, you have to be straightforward with him and say, hey, I don't think it's cool na you broke up with me. And clearly, you broke up with me talaga. Cause, diba? Yeah. And I don't think it's cool na you send me these. I don't think it's appropriate that you're sending me these texts.
Yes.
And please do not don't contact me again unless necessary. And I hope you have a great life.
Oh, kasi I'm gonna be fucking making millions.
I'm making fucking money.
I'm now in Texas.
Hindi kasi yung sister niya yung taga Texas. Sobrang nyari. Not listening. But yeah, parang
okay.
You're gonna meet new people, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Okay, next. Mailbag all the way.
Jingle bell, mailbag all the way.
Okay, next. Here you go. This is... First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Rachel, 28, not my real name, lol. And my partner is Ross, 30, not the real name. Ross and I just celebrated our 3rd year of being boyfriend-girlfriend last April. We met on Tinder, and we're both first-timers in being in a relationship. Like a legit relationship, I'm no boyfriend since birth. He's no girlfriend since birth. We're also in good terms with each other's families, but they didn't know the Tinder thing. We just told them now we've known each other from school because we came from the same school during college. Since we're first-timers, I can say no, we're doing a pretty good job for coming this far. Though up until now, we're kinda adjusting pa. He lives in the south, I live sa Medj North. Our date schedule is fixed on Wednesdays and Saturdays only. Yes, we only get to see each other twice a week. Swerte na yung 3. I'm feeling the pressure. A lot of our friends are getting... Are you feeling any pressure right now? Joke. Okay, back to the... A lot of our friends are getting married. But Ross and I never discussed stuff about marriage, settling down, or our future. Every time we hang out with his friends, we always get the question, kailan kayo susunod? Or kailan ka magpapropose? Ang tanda mo na, oh. Ross just gets so defensive, not answering anything, makes fun of the questions, and just changes the topic. I can tell that he feels awkward whenever people ask us stuff like those, and we don't know how to answer it. I'm also not sure if I should ask him stuff about it, because for sure he'd rather not entertain it, and I don't want to put pressure on him. My friends asked me then before if we ever talked about getting married, and I said never. They were shocked and told me that I should try to initiate the topic. But I'm scared. Again, I don't want to pressure him. Any advice on this? Should I make the first move? I'm scared that he might get pressured and leave me because he's not ready. Thanks for your help. I'm teary-eyed right now. Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong about asking.
Sorry, just to quickly summarize.
Oh, sorry. No.
They're together 3 years. How does
28 and 30
How
years
does a
old.
girl ask a guy if may plano bang mag-move on yung relationship to marriage? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think you could
First of
this
all,
one.
don't do it for the wrong reasons. Your friends are pressuring you. Fuck them.
Yeah,
Who cares?
ano yun, mga jeje funks yun.
Yeah, but also it's just like that's what they're conditioned to ask you.
I fucking hate that. Nagawa ko na pala yun.
Nagawa mo na yun. Yeah.
Pero I don't say na, kailan na kayo mag-ano? I never do that.
Why would you do it? Tanda mo na.
I never do that out loud. I say naman, sit down, like, hey, kamusta? Do you guys have plans na?
Yeah, you're just asking for
just like
what's up?
Hindi yung kailan na kayo? Tangina mo.
Tangina nung isang araw lang iba yung kasama mo eh. Tangina eh. Papakasala.
Ikaw si Frodo ha? Wala kang sing-sing.
Pota.
Hindi ka pala Lord of the Rings eh. Lord of Charing.
Asan si Precious? Okay, enough. Okay.
Ano Smigol? Ulul.
Smigol. Oh my God. Okay. You shall not get married. Enough. Okay. Wait, so we're not making fun of your situation.
Yeah.
FYI.
We're making fun of these jeje funks.
Okay, so don't do it for the wrong reasons. If your friends are pressuring you,
they're assholes.
Hindi naman. I mean, they're just...
Fuck them.
No,
I fucking hate those people.
They're just being, Filipinos.
Assholes.
Anyway. But really, if, alam mo, 3 years is not a short time. And I think it's I would honestly, if I open it up with Jim, and then he's like, oh my God, like, pressure mo ako, I can't do this anymore. Fuck you. I'm glad I asked you. And if you want to leave this relationship, go.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang,
actually, I can't believe that.
What are you scared of? That the guy is going to leave you?
Yeah.
Because you're going to ask him about marriage? Di better.
Yeah,
Ano maghihintay ka 10 years?
Well, again, it's her first boyfriend.
And is this what you want? Do you want to get married?
Yeah, yun muna.
Pero kasi hindi. It's not naman...
Well, let's just wait.
Even,
let's continue under the assumption that she wants to get married. Yun na lang.
No. Ako kasi, from what I read this is not even in her head. Other people put this in her head. So she's not in that state right now. But either way, I think it's important that you two discuss your values. What are your ano ba? Is it your goal in life? I mean, is it not your goal in life, but is it one of the goals? Like, do you see yourself married?
Ito na lang. In a fucking job interview, they say,
where do you see
yourself in 5 years?
Yeah.
So parang if you're in love with one another, it's not even talking about marriage, pero at least where do you see yourself in 5 years? You can ask that.
I love.
Do you plan on being just a bum? Kunwari, diba? Let's say the guy is unemployed, diba? Or it's not just about marriage, pero like, do you plan on always smoking?
That's a good. I know, Jim. I think going on a date, it's great that you have set date nights. Who cares if you only see each other 2 to 3 times a week? You guys are hardworking people, and that's amazing. Now you make sure you have time for each other. So on one of these date nights, I think you should do something that Jim and I did. We just brought that up, like, hey, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? Just for fun. I don't know, just say, anong, patingin nga, like, what's in your head?
Ano sinagot ko nun?
Hindi ko maalala. But anyway, isn't that great? Because you're not specifically talking about marriage.
Pero hindi ba kailangan may konting buwelo? Pwede naman siguro like,
pwede mo sabihin, nakinig ako ng Wake Up with Jim and Saab. Oh. Tapos sabi nila, pag-usapan nun natin yung 5 years.
Baka i-tweet ako ng lalaki.
Tangina niya. Block.
Hindi. What if it's like, let's say he's an engineer.
Oh, wait.
What do you plan? Do you plan to be in the firm in the next 5 years? Parang ganun. I'm just saying, warm up muna.
Okay.
Kasi hindi naman, if hindi nga natural na ganun ang pinag-uusapan nila, baka nga weird yung, saan mo nakikita sarili mo in 5 years? But again, tayo kasi, we're very open with one another. So we have always been.
Pero what's the downside to that?
I'm just saying, warm up nga. I'm just saying na, magka-warm up lang.
Di na. Bakit ba?
What? Tatanungin lang eh. Work muna.
Ano bang mahirap dun?
Work lang. Tatanungin mo na. About
pressure
work.
siya, iyak siya. Tangina niya. Warm up siya, baby. Pwede ba? 30 years old na yung lalaki, no? Hindi na kailangan i-warm up yan.
Or like, ano pala, may naghanap ka ba ng condo or something like that? I mean, are you gonna live with your parents ba until you're like 38?
Damn, that's fucking harsh. Don't ask that. Like,
hey, where do you, parang gusto, or hirit ka lang na, ang sarap siguro lumipat sa condo. Diba? Mga ganun.
Yeah. I think it's great if you talk about your future. And it's not too early, and don't be scared to ask
kung
that.
Ayaw niya,
because kung ayaw niya, then
goodbye.
if you need to cool off or whatever, or break up.
Kaya I can't believe that Monica was so okay with Chandler being like that.
Being what?
Yung parang yung commitment phobia niya.
Bago pa lang naman sila nun eh. Kaya may ganun eh.
Okay. Next question. Jingle bells.
Jingle
bell.
Mailbag
Bag o all.
Okay. Ito naman, hi Jim and Sab. I was wondering if you guys could help me with this dilemma. All throughout high school, I've never had a best friend or a consistent friend, like a for better or for worse relationship with other people. When things go wrong for me, they're gone. I had this terrible experience that traumatized me and made me scared to have friends again. So I was having troubles with my love life. To cut the story short, my relationship with my previous boyfriend was toxic, and there came a guy who saved me from it, but it turned out bad. So many people judged us and got mad at us. I was having an emotional breakdown while we were preparing for our board exams. So my so-called friends left me hanging. They didn't talk to me. When we were having a get-together at the boys' house, they wouldn't even look at me. I was isolated. I felt so bad. I cried because I was there when they needed me. It made me so insecure. It hurt knowing that they didn't want to be associated with me anymore. Now I'm so scared to have friends again. Right now, I don't go out of the house with friends because as of the moment, I don't have any. What should I do?
Oh. Well, so she was with a boyfriend, they broke, and it was
I assume there may be some overlap that
so
happened.
Let's say naging sila nung isang guy, nagalit yung buong barkada.
Yeah.
Ikaw?
Honestly, I think it depends eh. I mean, it's hard not to judge someone who cheats, honestly. Diba?
Yeah.
And that's I can't blame your friends for not supporting that decision.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's been this long, it can go one of two ways. You can, one, talk to them ng masinsinan, tell them about what happened, and that you're not. If this is, because that's what I got from it, there was some cheating that happened. You can talk to them and explain what really happened. Don't excuse your behavior, because it's never an excuse. If your boyfriend was toxic, you should have broken up with him in the first place before starting up with someone new. Pero it's done, and you can show remorse if you do have any, and say you're sorry, and that you never meant it to happen that way. And I think maybe they would need some explanation lang, kasi I'm not cool with that. I'm not. Someone cheated on my friend, and I just never saw that person the same way. And yeah, call me a judgmental bitch if you must. Pero my point is, hindi tayo same value sa'yo kung sa'yo.
Okay.
And
I think when you do, I agree with you. And
for me, don't discredit the fact that people can change. And I just don't see that guy kasi changing. I don't see him changing. So I don't need to be friends with him. Pero if that guy comes up to me and talks to me ng masinsinan and tells me na...
Sinong guy? Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm mouthing at the gym. If that guy talks to me...
Hindi, pero for the listeners, you're talking about your friend guy who cheated on your friend.
My
right?
friend girl, yeah. So, yeah. So, kung kausapin niya ako ng masinsinan and talks to me about, what happened and why it happened and he's sorry that it happened that way and he still wants to be friends, then I would consider being friends with him. Kasi if I saw him na parang, he's not a bad person.
Yeah.
Diba? Pero what happened is, he got mad at me for advising my friend to don't go back to him. So, pakita niya.
I agree with everything you said. And just to summarize, I think it's... Okay. It's a natural effect. Diba? Parang, you did something, okay? Now, may consequences.
You have the scarlet letter.
You have to deal with those consequences. And right now, wala kang friends. Pero my advice is, same as Sab's, apologize, explain, and don't expect. Don't expect, because you'll only get your heart broken again. Don't expect na maayos. But
at least the ball will be in their court.
Yeah, parang kasi
you did what you had to
most
do.
people, like I have a friend rin who may ginawa siya masama, and instead of apologizing and trying to, fix it, sinasabi lang niya, I just want to give the person he offended space. Pero you have to remember, when someone wants to forgive someone, or if someone will forgive someone, they need naman
that
kailangan ng tulong.
Yeah.
Parang
it's hard to forgive
kung pareho
someone
kayong let's say may kasalanan ako kay Saab. She does not forgive me. If pareho lang kami magtatablahan, then wala talaga siyang reason to think about me or ano. Pero if I end it with putting the ball on her court, saying na, hey, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I hope you forgive me. I never meant to hurt you. And someday, I hope blah, blah, blah. And then, a month later, a year later, say it again. Hey, I really miss you. I just want you to know that I'm really sorry and I hope you don't hate me anymore. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another piece of advice is, yung alok to talk would be great through okay siya pag text, pero yung face-to-face conversation is much better kasi things can get lost in translation. And I think it would be better if you talk in person.
Hindi, pero ako, ang sinasabi ko is, kung hindi mo naman makikita yung tao, wag niyong isipin din na text lang naman, message lang naman. Hindi, that will help.
Yes.
Okay? Supplement your appeal.
Yes.
And for the last one, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Jingle smells. May iba.
Ay.
You know where the others are. Sorry, I printed them out. Thanks for sending in all of these Malibag, by the way. You can keep sending them to wakeup@spellsab.com. That's wakeup@spellsab.com. Give me the letter. My boyfriend is very close to his cousin, as in para silang magkapatid. Tapos every time na umaalis silang dalawa, yung boyfriend ko, sinasabihan ko na umuwi ka na ng 2 a.m. kasi late na and mag-isa siyang umuwi. Pumapayag naman siya, pero pag magkasama na sila and mga 2 a.m. na, super obvious na naglalay na yung boyfriend ko na nasa biyahe na raw siya and all. Pero maririnig ko sa background ng phone, may asong tumatahol or may tricycle na dadaan. Take note, expressway ang daan niya. So, obvious na yun, nagsisinungaling siya. Pag kino-confront ko siya about doon, ang sinasabi niya sa akin is OA and paranoid lang daw ako masyado. And nagsasabi siya ng totoo. Parang ang ending ko pa yung nagiging masama lagi. Tapos once pa, magkasama ulit sila ng pinsan niya and nagsabi na siya sa akin na mag-sleep na siya. Pero kinabukasan, nalaman ko from his dad and grandma na hindi pala sila natulog ng pinsan niya kasi nagdota pa sila buong umaga. Kinonfront ko ulit siya about this and he said, hindi ako nagsinungaling, hindi ko lang sinabi sa'yo, magkaiba yun. Sabi niya, okay. So, like, what the fuck? Ano pala yun, di ba? And sinasabi pa niya na ang babaw na dahilan. Pero ang point ko is, big or small lie, nagsinungaling siya and siya pa yung galit sa akin. Take note, habang nag-aaway kami about doon, is tinutulak ko siya and namumura sa sobrang inis na. And he ended up choking me and sinira niya damit ko. Sabi niya, buti nga raw, di pa niya ako sinuntok.
What the
Pinapaalala
fuck?
niya pa na ako raw unang nanakit. What should I do? Should I say sorry because I really love him or wait for him to say sorry?
Ipulis mo na yan.
Girl, you run away. Honestly, you didn't sign up to be a mom. Diba? Happy Mother's Day. Hindi ka pa,
Yeah.
hindi ka nanay. You're not bringing up a child. This is not a boyfriend.
What the hell?
You wanted...
Kala ko it was gonna be a light Malibag.
Yeah.
Kala ko Dota lang, takas Dota. Man, aside from the lying, the fact that he hurt you, physically hurt you, doesn't matter who hit first.
Yeah.
Pero if a man hits a woman,
So,
that's not gonna do
I
it.
think it's quite obvious. Bottom line, we don't even have to say anything. You have to leave this guy. There's no ifs or buts. Sorry, if you love him, doesn't matter. Leave
And
him.
just as an example, para lang to end. In college, I had a girlfriend.
Mhm.
Okay, I wasn't doing anything wrong, but I would lie to her every night. I would go to our friend's house and play video games.
Mhm.
Hindi ko sinasabi.
Mm.
Sasabihin ko na sa bahay ako.
Hindi rin natin alam kung ilang taon tong mga to eh.
Yeah. But the real reason why I was doing that, it doesn't matter if it's you're doing video games or you're fucking other girls. Ay, hindi
Oh.
naman. Hindi naman.
Why were you lying?
That's my point, na? I just didn't want to be with her. I guess it was that. Parang, I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't, kasi if it meant na I had to say na I was home, or, if I had to say na I'm just home, I'm not doing anything, I'm not sleeping, then baka kailangan ko siyang kausapin.
Oh my gosh, you're horrible.
I was
Yeah.
horrible.
Okay.
I wasn't horrible. So, aside, if this Dota
You just
dude,
were. You shouldn't have been a boyfriend. You
you
agree with that,
naman,
right?
Yeah, if this let's say this Dota
Ba't ka pa
dude,
nag-girlfriend?
hindi siya wife beater, and he's just really okay. Lagi na lang lie. Just would rather be with his cousin. Gimmick.
He's immature.
It just means that he's not ready to be a boyfriend, and he doesn't want to be your boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
sorry
don't feel
to say
bad.
that, but
Feel bad, but don't feel bad. Don't
feel bad
blame
about yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Again, Cheats. Our music is on Spotify. Tweet us #CheatsDay. And if you go to www.linyalinya.ph, there's stuff that are on sale.
Nice. There's parang a daily thing, right?
Yeah, there are
That's
daily
cool.
deals if you go to the website. Because nga, my wonderful wife is fixing it.
Yep.
She's the...
I'm the linya queen.
She is the...
It's so funny because I've been I've been the model for Linya Linya for how long now? And it's the first time I'm actually working there. And it's amazing to me. You guys have built such a great brand. And it's such an experience being immersed in it. And sobrang nag-enjoy ako. And sana next time, pag na-invite kayo sa mga talks, nakasama na ako. Kasi I would have stuff to say na.
Yeah. So keep sending in the Malibag.
Wake up at spellsab.com.
Bye.
#WakeUpAtJusa. Bye!